Hello, everybody. I'm Moo. And
I am Fuji.
And we're here to talk about Pinocchio.
Pinocchio.
Oh my god, what the fuck was that?
Okay, and I'm gonna preface this with Pinocchio was my little cousin's favorite movie when she was a kid, so I have seen it innumerable times. I hadn't seen it in like maybe 4 or 5 years now, and I guess before, I just had it on because she was watching it, and I didn't really pay attention to a lot of the crap that was going on in the background. And Moo is like flipping out right now because we didn't realize how much of a giant perv Jiminy Cricket is.
Oh god, there's so many things in this movie that I can see why this movie is not so like ingrained in the public consciousness. Now, I haven't seen Pinocchio in a long time. Like, this has been the first time in ages since I've seen Pinocchio. So I guess I knew about the donkey thing, which is horrifying.
Well, everyone remembers the donkey thing because that was super traumatizing when we were 4 years old.
Exactly. But what I didn't remember is all the drinking and the smoking and the references to sex.
In a lot of ways, this movie has aged considerably worse than Snow White.
Oh my god.
Is what I'm going to say.
Story-wise, definitely.
Story-wise. And it felt a lot like, Snow White was this huge technological, animation breakthrough, and Pinocchio was in many ways also very technologically advanced.
Yeah.
Like that first shot where they like pan through the city was apparently like the most expensive shot in the movie.
Yep.
But a lot of the, the characters and a lot of that sort of thing, like the actual animation style was harkening back a lot to like the pre-Snow White, the animal cartoons, things like that. So it felt actually a lot less refined than Snow White did, like watching the two of them in sequence. Yeah,
it really did. I mean, you could tell they got more of a budget this time around, but also that fucking Jiminy Cricket is like, he's like seduced like at least 4 times by inanimate female creatures.
Clocks.
Cuckoo clocks. Dolls.
He was watching the Can-Can puppets.
Yeah, he like was putting a close-up really close, and I'm just creepy. Like, what the fuck? So I'm kink-shaming Jiminy Cricket.
She is kink-shaming.
I'm so kink-shaming Jiminy Cricket. What the hell? Like, also, this movie is like an advertisement for how not to be a guardian to children, because most of this movie, I don't blame it on Pinocchio, because Geppetto, like, he comes to life, right? And the next day, Geppetto's like, all right, Pinocchio, go off to school without telling him anything.
And I mean, a lot of it, too, is that when they were originally working with the original Pinocchio story, like, Pinocchio is not a nice character. Like, he is a jackass. Like, he's really terrible. And so I know that when they were working on this movie, a lot of it was like, how do we make him cuter? How do we make him more sympathetic? But a lot of it seemed to remove his, what's the word? Like, your own responsibility.
Agency?
Yeah, your agency.
There you go.
So, like, Pinocchio himself didn't really have a whole lot of agency. It was just, like, stuff happening to him through this whole movie.
Right. Like, especially the Pleasure Island part, because he only went there because the fox and the cat literally picked him up and walked off with him. He was saying, no, I'm going to go back to my dad. And they were just like, nope, come to Pleasure Island.
And just straight up kidnapped him and sent him to basically the salt mines.
Yeah, basically, like, to be turned to a wooden donkey.
That's some shit.
Also, the worst part about that plot line is that it never gets solved. Like, it's still there.
Like, and it's like this movie is trying to be a cautionary tale, but it's like, maybe in 2017, like, it's not a cautionary tale to children. It's like a cautionary tale to adults. Like, this is...
Look out for your kids, stranger danger.
This is how your children fuck up. I'm 4, and what is stranger danger?
Well, I'm 4, and what is stranger danger?
But it's really, I mean, I think that's maybe the thing that has not aged very well.
That is probably the biggest thing, I think, is like kind of the overall message they have going for, because it keeps implying that this is Pinocchio's fault, but I'm like, no, not really, because especially even the first one where they get him to go with the puppet guy, they're just like, they basically said like, oh, theater's really fun, and he's like, oh, I like fun, therefore I'm gonna go with them because I'm 4 and I don't know how to question this yet.
Actually, in this like kind of because the things that everyone remembers about Pinocchio are like, I'm a real boy, and then like the scene where his nose gets longer, and everyone like makes fun of those, but it's like, he's yelling that he's a real boy because he is a real boy and he's 4 years old and he doesn't know what's going on.
Well, he's mentally 4 years old. He looks 4 years old.
He looks 4 years old.
Even though he's probably like 3 hours old. And like, fucking Geppetto, I don't like how they did that guardianship in the movie, because I'm like, no, you're an adult. You're responsible for this. So I can't decide if that was on purpose or not. It could have been. Like,
I guess so.
because, like, it felt more like text than subtext that, like, because at one point Jiminy Cricket's like, oh, he's fine, and walks away while he's with a stranger who's having him perform for money, and that doesn't raise any red flags at all for Jiminy Cricket. Nothing.
See, it's interesting because it feels like Geppetto and then Jiminy and then even Stromboli, which, by the way, Stromboli's animation is pretty much the most fantastic part of this movie.
It probably is.
It's really good.
Even
it's
though
really powerful.
He's very much a stereotype. He's like if they took like Roma stereotype and Italian, squished it into this character.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
If you feel uncomfortable about that, yeah.
I mean, that might be another reason why this movie isn't heavily promoted.
Yeah.
But between the three of them, it's like you're trying to like approach different types of guardians.
Yes.
Like with Geppetto, it's almost that he loves Pinocchio too much and there's no like discipline to him, and so that's why Geppetto's ineffectual. And then Jiminy, I don't even know what he's doing.
Jiminy's just like it's like if you shoved a child on you, like you get custody of this kid, and you're just like, IDK, I didn't really want this child in the first place. And then there's Stromboli, who
well, Stromboli's like pretty straight up like the abusive,
manipulative, etc., etc., etc. Yeah.
I mean that's real easy to understand, but it's like Jiminy, it's like I can't figure out his angle.
No, the fucking part where Jiminy tries to get Pinocchio out of the cage, and then he comes out and goes, well, that's not gonna work. Let's just hope for a miracle. And I'm like, that's not what you say. You're like,
on the other hand, though, like Jiminy's not supposed to be his guardian. Like he's supposed to be his conscience, and Pinocchio is tiny and very new to the world and like doesn't really have one, so I don't know, maybe that's
plus he probably doesn't know what the fuck a conscience is, even if he was told, like, you know what I mean, like he doesn't know what it is,
right?
But he was told what it is,
right?
It's just like, this is your conscience. He's like, it tells her from her own. He's like, okay, I don't know what that means, but all right. And that's the thing, they don't teach this poor kid what stuff is before they jump into it. And then after he gets off of Pleasure Island, suddenly the pacing goes in a really weird direction. Suddenly whale. Like, there's no foreshadowing to this whale.
I mean, it is kind of, because it was based off of short stories.
It
does kind of follow in that, like, weird episodic sort of format where it's like, okay, now we're moving on to this thing. And
okay, yeah, it's like whale time, and I'm like, oh, okay, we have this whale now, and it's big, and it's gonna be our big bad for the ending.
But the special effects on the whale, though.
Gorgeous.
I can't believe, they drew all that by hand.
Yeah, man, they drew all the water.
I can't deal with it.
Draw a big-ass whale. Fucking coming down.
I love the special effects department.
Oh, thank you. Shout out to special effects department again. Well, I think we're gonna be saying that a lot, especially since the next
Fantasia.
Yeah. Oh man. So I don't know. I guess Pinocchio. I wouldn't say I hate the movie. Like I don't feel hate towards
charming.
it.
It's charming, but it's not like a deep message.
No, it's also just like not a deep story either.
It's not.
It's just kind of like there's a boy and the things happen in the end.
See, that would be I feel like Pinocchio would be an interesting one for them to revisit, because they've been revisiting all of the old ones recently.
Yeah, with the live action shit.
Yeah, I mean, because that...
Besides making more money off of it, but...
but, I mean, I feel like that would legitimately be an interesting one to revisit in, like, today's social climate.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see if they'd tackle it, but the thing is, like, we mentioned this when we were watching it, that Jiminy Cricket, you don't see him as much as you used to. Like, he used to be in advertising everywhere, and now he's been replaced, like, Tinkerbell, or
Disney princesses.
Yeah, it's been like a lot less Jiminy Cricket, which I guess makes sense if you think about it. For one, both those characters are more appealing to the public. Two, Jiminy Cricket,
weird green man.
He's a little weird green man that he's like, this is a grasshopper. I'm like, but he has a belly button.
Oh, it bothered her.
Oh my god,
it really bothered her.
My jimmies are rustled, man. I can't handle.
Jiminy's are rustled.
My jiminy's are rustled. Jesus Christ. Why? And also his pants. Like, what the fuck was up with his pants?
Well, that might also have been my VHS player.
It could have been, but, like, it's like, he has, like, cut off pants. Like, it only, like, cut off,
Oh, no, I thought you meant the color.
Oh, no, like, I think the color is the contributing factor, but, like, his cut off pants, I, like, stared at it, and I had no idea that was, like, cut off. I thought it was just no pants.
This movie has not aged well.
No.
This is the bottom line. We're coming up on 10 minutes, and our conclusion is Pinocchio has not aged well.
No, it hasn't aged well.
No.
The only thing that's
Even though he's made of wood, so you think he would age very well.
LOL. I think the thing that aged well the most was probably some of the songs.
Yeah.
I got no strings to hold me down, like that one, and the Wish Upon a Star.
When you wish upon
Yeah.
Dream is what your
I got those confused.
She got them confused.
I did.
I laughed.
I fucked up.
Really hard.
She laughed at me. All right, so I guess we will go on to our next movie, which is Fantasia.
I am psyched.
I love Fantasia.
I love Fantasia.
Oh shit, yeah, let's go for it.
Let's go.
All right, see you later.